Hey guys, Greenbird here. I hope everyone is doing awesome. Today I'm going to be flint knapping a piece of flint ridge. This is one of the pinkish, purpley colored pieces that come out of there. I got this several years ago, so I'm not sure if that vein is still producing or not, but I'm going to see if I can get some flakes off this, suitable for making arrowheads, and then if I can save enough left to biface something a little bit more sizable. But we'll see, because I'm already noticing some issues with the stone. I got a nice quartz pocket there. That doesn't really bother me. I wouldn't mind keeping that in the stone. But there's a seam that runs over here on the other side. And it looks like it lines up right with where this step fracture is. So I'm wondering if maybe there's an issue there. We'll see when we dig into it. And this side's real ripply. That could just be the way it was spalled. So let's see if we can start by getting some flakes. Of course, with flint ridge, almost always guaranteed some straight edges. So I've got those to deal with, which is another reason why I'm going to take some flakes, because by the time I zigzag these square edges, it's easier just to take some flakes off of it. Maybe use those flakes. See if I can get a somewhat big one right across this ripply face here. Hopefully I get it deep enough to where I can work out those ripples. Sometimes your pad will bite you. This one doesn't want to go. Let's move up then. Now, I feel like I shouldn't need a bopper this big, but let's see. This thing is tough as nails. Well then. That's nice. That'll be an arrowhead. I'll take that. I do have those crazy ripples are on the inside too. Well, the flake rode along the surface that way. That'll be interesting. I'm just going to try and zigzag it a little bit. I need to hit it harder is what I need to do. This flint ridge, I even saved some of the really, really small pieces. If I can get an arrowhead out of it, I keep it. I'm going to see if I can take this platform. It's going to be a little bit low for sure. Might not be a good platform to take, but I'm going to see if I can break into this spot here, kind of where that step fracture is, and see what's going on in there. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. Might have had too steep of an angle. And look at that. That's what I was hoping would happen. Whatever was going on inside there formed that step the first time, and whatever Ripley, well, that's something different, but so that whole flake came off. This is a really good flake too, because not only can you see where it feathered out, but you can see the bulb of percussion right there. So you can look, see that little divot that made all that magic happen. You can kind of imagine, recreate it when your billet hit it at that spot. Little tiny spot right there, and you can see how it fanned out in that bulb of percussion. Yep. Alright, and we're already getting a lot flatter. With some nice, there's nice point flakes too, so I'm really happy about. I think we got 3 really good ones now. 2 really good ones and then 1 that's kind of mediocre. Gonna work that zigzag again. This side. Oh, I'm going to move away from that for a second. I need to think about that. This was last left of that flake. But see how it took a bunch of that garbage. Kind of a cool looking flake too. I might be able to make something out of this. Stuff's really sharp. You want to grind really well. There we go. Now I am making sure when I'm doing this, I've always got the tip and the base It's always touching something in my hand, no matter what I'm doing when I'm hitting this. Because if you do something like this, that's just it's gonna pop right off with that end shock. It might. It probably would. I shouldn't say it definitely would. But that increases your chances of end shock. So anytime you're trying to get big stuff off, especially when one side's big, one side's thinner, or whatnot, if you can have a point of contact, even just contacting the tip and the base, both really helps. And this is way too thick. This is, can't really zigzag that, so I'm gonna have to work myself back into it. Maybe take a couple. Maybe I'll take a couple of flakes first. See if I get lucky. What it could do is, because that edge is so thick, what that could do when I hit that is kind of dive in a little bit. You know, hopefully it'll just feather off the top and move up, which you'd think it would want to, but you'd be surprised. Sometimes it just chunks out, creates a big step. So I'm not going to hit it that hard. Nope. Well, I still got a step, but not as bad as I was talking about. There's my step. That's nothing. I can clean it up from the other side right now if I wanted to. One of those platforms right there. Now, can I get something out of this? I think I can. So we'll save it. Now, I wasn't going to take that step out right away, but I don't know now if I'm thinking I should, because otherwise, if I try and take a little bit off of here, where that naturally low spot is, I could terminate right into that hinge. Now it's off to the side enough to where hopefully I could feather out away from it, but I don't know for sure. But I think I'm going to try it, because I don't like thinning out that other side too much more while this is still this thick. So I'm just going to kind of hit it at a little bit of an angle and hope to get a little lucky. Oops, something started to detach, but not what I wanted. Exactly what I was afraid of. Deeper hinge. That is usually what happens. Yeah. So. I chose poorly. So that's that big hinge that we just created. It's alright though, we can still get that out. It's kind of lazy to let yourself get something like that, but I mean, we will still get it out. A lot of it went away right there. Now we can go back to zigzagging. Still making sure I'm touching the base and the tip. Ooh, that was kind of chunky on that one. Alright, so we're starting to get a flat biface. Boy, is it ugly as all sin, but it's getting flat. And we can clean it up. But man, whew, did I ugly that up or what? This stuff doesn't feel quite as forgiving as that lighter peach colored stuff. There we go. Help if I hit the platform. Okay. Didn't get a huge flake, but I got rid of a lot of the chatter that was under here, which was stalling out my flakes. Let's see. Actually, let's step away from that for a minute. See, I wasn't paying attention to that tip, didn't have contact with it, and I paid the price. Ugh. I'm gonna probably stall right into that quartz. Yeah, I can't even take that. If there wasn't so much of a shelf, I might try it. But that's just gonna hit right into that big wall. That pretty piece of quartz right there, and then stall right out. So let's find a different way. There we go. Feels like it's working a little bit better now. Maybe I had a stubborn area. Oop, there we go. Guess I should keep my mouth shut. Really sharp razor blade, micro blades on Flint Ridge. It's real strong too. Like you can just hear those bouncing off the floor. They're not breaking or chipping. More micro blades. Yep, and we're flattening and thinning that out. Getting rid of all that chunkiness like we still have over here. And giving it some decent, cleanup. We're going to come back and finish this with indirect because that's the whole reason I'm making it. so I can practice indirect. Yeah, that's going to blast right in there. I can't do that. I'm going to have to do it sooner or later. But I'll wait. Actually, do this instead. Ooh, I can feel that on the tip. I'm going to stop that. Ooh. Those are razor sharp. good. Okay, let's try it again. Nope. Alright, I think we might be ready for indirect after this. Alright, just gonna need some cleaning up. That's for sure. Not my best work. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I should really show you this before I break it, huh? That's not good. Coming up at the tip. Get rid of that. That's right, though. There's something kind of weird happening there anyway. So I'd rather shorten it just a little bit. To have a quality point. Alright. I think we're going to leave it pretty much here. Just trying to see if I can bring this edge in. I sure am good at making little points out of big rocks. I think we're going to call this one quits for now. Because I want to finish it with indirect. Yeah, so it came up super small. We got a bunch of flakes. We'll still get this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5, definitely 5 points, maybe 6 at the most. And then I'll show you what this looks like. Let me see if I can just get that one booger out. Doesn't look like it. Shot. Woo! Alright. Alright, now I gotta dig through all my scraps and see what I have that I can salvage. I definitely did not get the largest point out of here, or largest biface rather, but I'm just really excited to get bifaces. I just want to finish these with indirect percussion. It's so much fun. That's not a bad one. Maybe I can make a big point, or maybe like I don't know, maybe I can reshape it and make like a little turkey tail or something. I think it's too small for a turkey tail at this point. I don't think I could fix it and make a turkey tail, but... So, it's got some junky stuff that I hope I can clean up when I get the indirect flaker out. But that's where we are right now. And then, that's the flakes right down there. A couple of them anyway. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 definite flakes. That other little one's not going to be much. And there might be some little birdies that I can fish out of this stuff in here. Alright. Hope you enjoyed it. I think I fixed the lighting. See you next time.